Hey guys, welcome back to Author Journey. Name is CJ Anaya. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe because we talk about some very exciting things here on this channel. One of them is collaborations, how to sell more books. So we're going to be focusing on that in this video. I wanted to direct your attention to Trusting the Billionaire, and I'm bringing this up because I've talked a little bit about this book in my character arc development series. So I think up to this point there's 7 videos. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting out more, but I've been teaching you guys how to develop character arcs and then how to weave them within your plot, just the right structuring for that. And I've used this book as an example, and I told you guys it wasn't finished yet because it wasn't, as I've been going through all of this, but it's finally done, yay, and it has been edited. And as I was thinking about ways and techniques that you guys can apply to selling more books, I realized that I actually have an opportunity to teach you something here while also putting in a shameless plug for the book and the series. So I'm going to be pretty transparent there and let you know that, yeah, I'm letting everyone know that this book is available. But also I wanted you to know that when you are publishing books and writing books, it's always a great idea to collaborate with other authors. So I want to direct your attention toward this name right here, Jennifer Griffith. Now this is book 3 in this series that she and I started to brainstorm. And this actually really started with my first book, Marry Your Billionaire. Now when I wrote this, I was not considering it a series at all. It was just a standalone novel. It had a completely different cover that, to be honest, did not cater to the right market. It was in the beginning of my career as an author and trying to figure out how to market things, and the cover did not market to the right readership or the right demographics. So it was not really where it should have been. So when you write to market, that's important, but you also need to make sure that you cover to market, I guess you could say. Make sure that your cover is marketable and hits the right target that you're trying to sell to. So this is, yay, the new cover for Marry Your Billionaire. And Jennifer Griffith and I have been writing buddies for a while. She's actually the one who brought me into this and taught me most everything that I know. She taught me about writing groups and that, yes, I could write a book and publish if I really wanted to. She's been my mentor and my friend. And we actually had the opportunity to go to an awards ceremony. I'm pretty sure I talked to you guys a little bit about that in some other videos. We went to an awards ceremony in Ohio. We had so much fun, but on the plane ride, we were thinking about doing more books to market, but specifically a series to market. And we had both been working on different ideas for a fun, cheesy Hallmark billionaire romance series because those actually are really selling well. People enjoy them quite a bit, and we enjoy writing romance. So when we thought about putting a series together, we realized that we could do something with Marry Your Billionaire because it's a standalone romance novel, and when you collaborate with other authors, that's generally what you do. Is if you're going to put books in a series with other authors, you make certain that the story is standalone. So you're not actually having just one main character throughout the entire series. It's just each book gets their own romance, their own couple falling in love, and the only thing that really ties them together is the theme or probably the location, or maybe these characters showed up in a different book as a secondary character and then they're getting their love story told in a different book. But the point of doing collaborations is you're extending your reach when it comes to looking at different audiences. So Jennifer's audience has now been exposed to my book, Marry Your Billionaire, and my audience is now being exposed to her book, which is the second one in the series. So we took Marry Your Billionaire, revamped it a little bit. We gave it a new name, the Billionaire's Reluctant Bride series. And so the main theme that ties these 3 books together that we've put in this series is that we've got some marriages of convenience and reluctant brides. So the women don't necessarily want to be married, or maybe they do want to be married, but the position that they're in is not ideal for them. So, and this right here actually says the Billionaire's Reluctant Wife. We chose bride on the subtitle right here, just because it's a key phrase that searches a little bit better. So pay attention to those things when you're going to start selling your series and your books. Make sure that you really research these keywords and key phrases so that you know what to put on here to make it a little easier for people to find your book. You're targeting the right markets. But this has been fun for me and Jen. We just barely got this all out. So we decided to put Marry Your Billionaire as the first one because it has been published for a long time. I basically just redid the cover and then republished it. And it's got a ton of reviews, so we're hoping that that'll give it a little more authority and credibility to get people locked into the series. And now this next one was what Jennifer wrote, was Crushing on the Billionaire. And the way that we were able to kind of get both our names on there is we did a foreword. So I wrote a foreword for her book. She wrote one for mine. Both have our names up there. If you'll notice, I'm not CJ Anaya with this romance genre. I'm doing Cynthia Savage for the pen name just because I'm trying to separate my romantic fantasy with the mainstream contemporary romance that I'm starting to write. So I'm trying to kind of have a definite difference between the two. People still know that I write under both of those pen names, but it helps them kind of break that up a little bit. And I'm not confusing readers in the process. So this is the second book, Crushing on the Billionaire, an office romance. That's a fun trope, and we put it right in there shamelessly. It's a smart thing to do. When you make sure that the series has the same name, The Billionaire's Reluctant Bride, Book 2, the nice thing about that is Amazon will automatically put it in the series for you. So I know you're sitting here thinking, well, if you're all writing in the same series, how does Cindy get paid, or how does CJ get paid for her books, and how does Jennifer get paid for hers? And the answer is, I just published Marry Your Billionaire and Trusting the Billionaire under my KDP account, and Jennifer publishes her book under her KDP account. And the way that they're all linked together without having to publish them under one KDP account is that we have the same information input in our form on KDP. So the series name is all the same. Book 2, we've linked that up, and then Amazon automatically puts it all together. So this is on pre-order right now. It's actually going to come out on the 12th. We really wanted to do a rapid release since we had these books ready to go so that people could have access to them. So I've been doing some fun little promotions strategically for Marry Your Billionaire. I've done an Amazon ad. I've done a BookBub ad, so it's slowly starting to get traction this week. And hopefully we'll get some read through and people will immediately go to Jen's book, Crushing on the Billionaire. So she's getting benefit and exposure from all the publicity I'm doing and also from my own audience. And I'm getting a benefit from any Amazon ads she's doing for this book and any publicity she's doing with BookBub ads and also to her mailing list. Now, when you consider the possibility that these authors you collaborate with could also be collaborating with other authors, that means you're also sharing other opportunities and other audiences who are eventually going to find you. So Jennifer has actually collaborated with Elena Johnson and Bonnie Paulson. And they are wonderful, wonderful romance writers who've been writing billionaire romances and beach club romances. And Jen did some fun stuff with them. They have this huge series. It's like 15, 18 books in this fun romantic series called Getaway Bay. And so Jen jumped in and wrote a few books to add to that series. And so eventually those folks who read those books and read Jen's books and then find her book here, they're going to see my books are attached to this. So it's kind of a fun domino effect where the more collaborations you do, the more outreach you get, the more exposure you get to other people's audiences, and kind of more validation. Also, people are going to be advertising the same series that you're advertising. So it's almost like double marketing without you having to pay as much, and they're benefiting from any marketing you're doing as well. So it's really fun to collaborate. And here's the third book. Wanted to show it to you. This is the one that I've been using in all of my character arc explanations. So when I tell you about how I've handled or given you an example of how I'm handling the lie or the wound or the ghost, then I try to give you examples of that with Trusting the Billionaire. So there are going to be story points that you've already heard, but again, it's still a fun story to read. And that is going to be available March 26th. So we've done this where it just is going to get released every 2 weeks. I don't know if we're going to add any more books to this. Maybe we'll come back and add a few more books to this series eventually. we're kind of looking into maybe doing some fun mountain man romances, or I mean, the sky's the limit, really. I know that I've done a video on K-lytics where it talks about how you can buy reports to study specific genres and see what's trending. So we just recently bought the romance report for 2019, and it's just gold. It's got so much information on there about what has continuously been selling, uptrends, what subgenres of romance are really great, and you can do that with any genre. Just I have the K-lytics link in the description box, and you can either buy a membership or you can just buy one report. Just give it a whirl and take a look and see what is trending. And what's nice about that is you don't have to start writing a book wondering if it's going to sell. You can take a look at your specific genre, take a look at all of the subgenres within that genre, and see what kind of lights your fire. If you see that something is on an uptrend and that it's been selling steadily for a couple of years and you're excited about it, then that would be a great thing to do. So these standalone books are fun, and it's very, very exciting to collaborate with other authors and network and make some friends along the way and to really help each other. So I've really enjoyed this, and I really, really recommend that you guys go ahead and find people within your genre who you can collaborate with. Do some fun standalone books, put them in a series, find a theme that you can slap on it. I mean, you can do this. This is seen mostly in romance, but I really think that you can do this in any, especially mystery. Mystery would be a fun one. Cozy mysteries. You could each write a cozy mystery in the series. You could have it within the same town. That would be really fun. Oh, that's a good idea. Just have one person. Maybe it could be like a duo mystery team or something like that. Oh, I've got all these ideas now. Okay, you can totally steal that idea though if you want to, because you'll write it a really cool way and I'll try to write it a really cool way, and it'll still be fun for readers to have all sorts of opportunities to read books within these genres. So I think you can see that there's just so much room for everybody to do a lot of fun, cool things. And I want to read your books anyways, so it's just the more the merrier, you know? So if you guys get a chance and you're interested in romances, I'm sure some of you aren't. I'm sure you're looking at this going, that's nice. Thanks for letting us know about the collaboration, but romance is not my thing. That's totally fine. But if you do like romances, these are all enrolled in Kindle Unlimited. These two are going to be out March 12th and then March 26th. And you guys can just click on the links below and grab them. Grab Marry Your Billionaire. See if you like it, give them a whirl. But also, if you are romance writers, it would be good research. I've talked to you about how it's important to read as many books as you can in the genre that you write in. So if you write in this particular genre and you're still not feeling very secure in how things are set up or the way things need to go, flow and pacing, the different tropes, start reading these books. They don't even have to be mine and Jen's. They could be Elena's, they could be Bonnie's, they could be Victorine's. Just do a search on all of these books, people who are successful, start reading them, see what's working, and then start collaborating. It's a great, great way to sell more books. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.